Hi everyone, welcome to UTV Guna and our show with Derrick Indaba with Derrick. Yes, bro, long time. How are you?
No, awesome, man. It's lovely to see you again, Ahmed, man. Yeah, it's been a long time since we last chatted. But yeah, probably since we last chatted, all the good stuff started to happen. But yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Yeah, so I spoke to you just after we lost against Brighton. Then after that, we went on and lost against Southampton as well. So it was three losses in a row. We were not in a good way back then. We knew we had three really hard games coming up. Chelsea away, Man United at home, West Ham away. We really needed to win all three of them games. And at that point, it was looking very unlikely and difficult, having just lost three games in a row. But we bounced back. Got to give credit to the players and to Arteta. It was brilliant starting with the Chelsea game. What a comeback, beating them 4-2, then Man United 3-1, and then yesterday beating West Ham 2-1. We're now in a great position again for the top four. So yeah, let's take it back from the Chelsea game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I'm going back to the Chelsea game. After that Brighton and Southampton loss, we actually felt that we as a club we are totally lost right now. Arsenal is it's gonna be the same old Arsenal throwing vital points, um not winning vital games, not winning games that they need to win to overcome. Because like Arteta rightfully said, if you want Champions League football, you need to go to difficult places and you need to put in a performance and you need to get the win. And for me, these boys really stepped up because we didn't give them a chance in hell. Me personally, I didn't give them a chance in hell to go to Chelsea and do such a performance. 4-2. That would need to be said about that performance. Um, 4-2. It's in all, it's a flattering scoreline because I do feel that Chelsea did have periods where they were good in the game. I feel that most of the goals that we got were sloppy, if it needs be. But that all just aligns with the stars, as I spoke to you with, a couple of weeks ago. If the stars are aligned for Arsenal, stuff starts to happen. Really good stuff start to happen to you. Luck start to go your way. Players start to do stuff, and it's just a cumulative thing of the luck. And like I told the guys, we haven't been called to play in Champions League. We have been summoned to partake of it. So I do feel that with the way things are going, it's only we are our worst enemy, and we knew when we chatted a couple of weeks ago that the Tottenham game is going to be vital. And after yesterday's win, the Tottenham game is starting to look more and more vital. But you know what happened when we won Chelsea? I think that was the turning point for Chelsea because now suddenly their third spot is also up for grabs after yesterday's loss against Everton. So a lot of things start to happen in football. Football isn't all plus and minuses and get to equals. There's always things that happen in between. We went to Manchester United, totally demolished them. That would need to be said. United weren't that bad. If Bruno Fernandes put away that penalty, I think it would have been a different story. But yeah, like good teams do, or like teams that are in a good enough period, but they need to scruff out the result. Like the teams like Manchester City is doing, like Liverpool is doing, even if they're not playing well, they're still winning the game. And we started to seem to have adapted that philosophy with the game yesterday against West Ham, because it was three vital points at Chelsea, three vital points at United, shutting down United's hopes totally of getting into the top four. The guys are mad, but they can't do anything about it. Um, we had to go to West Ham. We needed to fight. We knew it was going to be a fight. I told you when you asked me if West Ham is going to be in the fight for the top four, I told you I think depth is going to be crucial part of it. And now they are more focused on this European games that is coming up, and the depth is now starting to show that they don't have. So we were also lucky to win yesterday because we needed to fight. Scruffy performance, not a brilliant performance, an average of about 5 for all the guys. I think they were a bit disjointed, lacked intensity, didn't look like guys who had a week to prepare for the game, whereas West Ham actually played within the week. So we weren't supposed to be running the ball, but we didn't. But like good teams do, we got the result. That also I don't think West Ham is going to get back into it. But for us, it's a plus point because I heard someone saying this morning that guarantees we are playing in Europe next week. We already have Europa League football. So now it's just to push for that. I think not fourth spot anymore. I think we can actually target Chelsea's third spot, man. What a season that would be for Arteta and for us. Ahmed, what do you say?
Yeah, that'll be amazing. As you said, we're only 3 points behind them now, so we've got a really good chance. Let's talk about some of the players that have come into the team recently. So after them 3 losses, Arteta had to make some changes. He brought El Neni in, and he's looked really good. He's helped us look a lot more secure defensively. Your thoughts on him?
No, listen, man. El Neni, me also, I wrote him off. Coming from, I think it was Galatasaray or Shakhtar back then. I'm not sure where did we get El Neni from. Coming into Arsenal, we had a lot of hopes for him because apparently he had this long range shot that we needed at that point of time from a midfielder to take shots because we had Santi Cazorla, we had all these little nice players, and we needed a little bit of steel. El Neni for the past few years he's been there. He's been an average of 5, always dependent when called upon. But in previous years, the combination between him and Xhaka, the understanding between him and Xhaka wasn't that good. But ever since he came in, he's looked a lot better than Sambi Lukonga in that position. Because he knows the structure, he knows what needs to be done. He's a tidy guy. He plays with Salah for Egypt, so he has played in big tournaments, a big match temperament type of guy, and he's looked solid. I'm not saying he's setting the Premier League alight, but I think he can do a job there. I actually think he is a nice squad player that we need to have, and we need to rotate his game time.
Okay, and another player that's come in, done well over the last few games, Nketiah. We know Lacazette was really struggling to score goals, but Nketiah's come in. He scored against Chelsea. He didn't score in the last couple of games, but he's been looking really lively, making good runs, creating things, and definitely made a difference to our team.
Definitely, man. Definitely. It's the same as El Neni. I could say Eddie has also been a little bit under the cosh. I can't say he has set the Premier League alight in any way, shape, or form. I think in his youth career, he was a brilliant player. I think going down to Leeds for that loan spell, he was good. I think going out to some loan clubs, he was good. Coming back to Arsenal, not that good. Being called upon now when Lacazette was injured, Eddie has shown us what Arteta says. He's a good guy and he deserves to play. So Eddie isn't the potent finisher we would like, but as you saw in yesterday's game, he was running non-stop, creating problems for defenders. He's not an easy type of guy like Lacazette, where you know he's going to drop deep, get the ball, lay it off. Eddie is actually taking the ball, taking on players, and using his space well. And I think should we give him another contract? Should we give him another chance? I think that depends on what he's going to show us coming to the end of the season. If he can put in these shifts and these performances, score a couple of goals in between, I definitely think he deserves another contract. But the thing is, he wants to play regular football and he's going to want a long-term contract, and which we can't give him, because we give 85 years now, he goes back to his old ways, then we're stuck again. Unless you think, or as you see it, or as I'm seeing it, Eddie is actually now matured and thinking about, yeah, I need to play football. I need to stick to Arsenal. I need to show them what I can do. I want my future here. That's going to depend until the end of the season, and that's going to depend on Arteta and Edu. Will you let him stay after the season if he puts in these performances?
Yeah, I think he's a good backup option. So I'd maybe look to give him, as you said, not a long-term contract, maybe a couple of years contract, and then see how it goes. Another thing, if we do that, is that then if it doesn't work out well next season, we're able to sell him and get some money. Because at the moment, he's going to go for free if he leaves end of this season. So, yeah, I think he's definitely not the answer as a long-term number one striker for us. But as a backup option, I think he's a good player to have. He's shown he's got a lot of pace and he's able to cause defenses a lot of problems. So, yeah, good backup option. Another player that's come in, Traves, really struggled first couple of games. Even against Man United, he was better, got the goal, but again, gave away a penalty, looked a little bit shaky again, but he was a lot better yesterday against West Ham. And hopefully he's finding his confidence now and continues to improve.
Yeah, listen, man, me and my son was watching the game yesterday, and my son's nickname. We used to call him Nunu when he was small. So every time Nuno Tavares is the ball, I say, come up, Nuno, run, man. Then my son is looking at me, who's Nuno? I say, that guy is Nuno. And then he started looking at Tavares. And I told him, listen, I like this boy. I like Tavares, actually. You know what I like about him? I like his attributes. He's physical. He's fast. He has a skill. He has a left foot and a right foot. But the thing, as you know, is now adapting to the league, getting your confidence back, knowing when to do what. Because sometimes I do think his decision making is still lacking. I think his final ball in the final third is still lacking. There's a lot of things that he's still lacking that Tierney has, but Tierney doesn't have the pace. Tierney doesn't have the physicality. Tierney doesn't have a lot of tricks in his bag like Tavares is. So it's a nice, awesome backup option. But if he should mature in that position, we need to give him more game time. He needs to rotate with Tierney more often than not, and start to stake his claim, because I think he's going to be very important to us going forward.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully he can get his confidence now and, as I say, keep on improving. So yeah, we're in a much better place now than when we last spoke. 2 points ahead of Tottenham. They won yesterday against Leicester 3-1, but we're ahead of them, 2 points. Next game, we got Leeds at home. They got Liverpool away. So hopefully Liverpool can do us a favour. I remember, though, when Tottenham were due to play Man City, and we're all confident that Man City will beat them, but Tottenham won that game. So we can't take anything for granted, but hopefully Liverpool can beat them and we can beat Leeds. And then we'll go into that North London derby 5 points ahead of them. So what's your thoughts on our next game against Leeds?
Next game against Leeds. Leeds are also in the relegation battle with Everton, with Burnley. Newcastle, I think, has now daylight upon them. So I think it's Watford, Leeds, Burnley, and Everton that's fighting. Leeds still has a lot to play for, man. Listen, there's still 5 more games to go. And that's 5 very important games. That's 18 points or 15 points. They're going to be fighting for every point, man. They're going to be fighting for every point. That I can assure you. I don't think we're going to go there and catch a Leeds team who's going to be sitting on a bench drinking some pina colada, man. I think going down to Leeds, we need to fight. We're going to need to go to fight. We're going to need to run. We're going to need our players to be at their best, because Odegaard wasn't affecting the game yesterday. Martinelli, Saka, none of them were on their game. I need them to be on their game going to Leeds, because guys like Rafinha and all those troublemakers in Leeds team, Rodrigo and Bamford, they can cause us serious trouble, man. When they are fighting for their lives, you know, a guy that's fighting for his life, he gives it all. And we need to show that same passion that we are fighting for top 4. We want to be in the Champions League, and we need to fight. And if we can start the game fast, like we did against Tottenham in the beginning of the season, like we did against West Ham, like we did against a couple of teams when we blew them away, I think that's the game we need to play, because Leeds won't be able to handle that if we start the game like that and maintain it the whole 90 minutes.
Okay, what's your correct score prediction?
3-1, Arsenal. I think Eddie's going to score. I think Martinelli owes us a goal. And then I think, let's give Eddie 2 and Martinelli 1.
Okay, and as I was saying, Liverpool are playing against Tottenham. Your thoughts on that game?
Sorry, before we go to that one, I don't know if you saw yesterday when Saka went down on the field, and the referee came to him, and the referee gave his prognosis regarding what Saka, if it's an injury or not, and he told Saka to continue the game, or whatever advice he gave Saka there, which I don't think it was appropriate, because a referee can't decide if a player is injured or not. He's supposed to wait for the medical team, right? Or am I not understanding it correctly? But anyhow, apart from that, Saka went down again, and that's when Arteta got a little bit, I don't know, annoyed or frustrated or whatever, and he told Saka to stand up, and Saka made some gestures towards him, and we don't need that right now. We don't need Saka back chatting to the manager. We don't need that at this point of the season, because it's small little details like that could affect a lot of things. What happens if that little small gesture, Arteta is not gonna forgive Saka quickly, because you know Arteta is a dictator, and if he has it in for a player, he does what he wants. If he's not feeling happy, as we are chatting right now, if he's not feeling happy and you don't see Saka this weekend, know it's about that thing. I can assure you it's about that thing. Because Arteta doesn't like players back chatting on the pitch to him, and which I can understand because he's the manager. You as a player are not allowed to back chat to the manager. So it's disrespectful.
But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Arteta going forward, because we know he's a young manager, but you'd say his big weakness is his management skills. So you're going to clash with your players. It happens, you know. But what we've seen so far with Arteta is the clashes he's had with the likes of Guendouzi and Aubameyang, he's not been able to resolve.
Fatal. Yeah, sorry? It's fatal, man. When he clashes with a player, it's fatal. That player's career finished, man. You see, that's what I'm worried about. And you know what I'm saying, man. Yeah, Arteta is very strict.
Yeah, so I think Arteta, as he gets more experience, he's got to learn that, you know, you've got to sometimes compromise and find ways around working around it. It can't always be like, all right, see you later. Like, you know, that's it, out. You're not playing again. See you later. Like, I can't always do that, especially a player like Saka. A player like Saka, we can't afford to do that with a player like Saka.
No, that's what I'm worried about. But yeah, going into the Liverpool and Tottenham game, I think Liverpool is going to win Tottenham, going to do us a huge favor because that means we're going to the North London derby, 5 points ahead of them. Yeah, so is it 5 points?
Yeah, if Liverpool win, yeah,
win,
and we win,
yeah, and then it's going to be another big game. And that game is going to be vital. If we win there, it means we're 8 points clear with 3 games to go.
Yeah, we can secure it there. If it goes to form and Liverpool beat Tottenham, we beat Leeds, and then if we can beat Tottenham there, we'll secure the top 4 place there at their stadium. So that would be really nice.
Are you going to that stadium?
No, unfortunately, I haven't got tickets for that game. I would love to be there for that one, but yeah, no, I won't be there. But yeah, it could be really nice for us to go there and secure top 4. We know we won the Premier League there before. This would be like the next best thing we could do at the moment. Winning securing the top 4 place there would be great. So yeah, we've got to first take care of our business. You know, we've got to beat Leeds. No point us like relying on Liverpool to do us a favour and then we don't take care of our business and get the 3 points. So it's really important. It's still quite tricky as well because if you look at our last couple of games, they are difficult games. Newcastle away, they've been playing much better recently, as we know, since January. And Everton are fighting for their lives. They played really well yesterday, beating Chelsea. So that's going to be a difficult game. So, you know, we're still a long way to go. It's only 4 games, but still, you know, we can't take anything for granted. We are in a really good place, though. How many points do you think we need to get out of these last 4 games? 12 points available to secure the top 4.
I think mathematically we need about 6, right?
Mathematically, no, because we're only 2 ahead of Tottenham. So it depends what happens with Tottenham. But if Tottenham win all their games, and when we can only afford to draw one, we'll be level on points, and they have a better goal difference. So it could be tricky.
We need 12 points from 12.
If we want to guarantee it, but if Tottenham lose, right, and because we're playing each other as well, it's a 6-pointer between us as well. So, you know, there's many permutations to it. But basically, as long as Liverpool can do us a favour, we beat Leeds, we could go into the Tottenham game, get a draw, we'd still be 5 points ahead of them with 2 games to go. And then in them last 2 games, we just need to get a couple of more points, 2 more points, and we're secure, you know. So
I'm not happy. I want maximum points. I don't want draws. Everton is gonna fight for their lives, man. That last game. I want to go there already knowing we got it. I don't want to be there still hoping to get some points, man. That's gonna work on my nerves. So I need 12 points maximum, man. I need 12 points or 9. If you want me to be fair, 9.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, hopefully we can secure it before we go into that last game of the season, because as you said, it'll be so nervous for us, so much pressure, and yeah, we don't want that. Especially Everton, they'll be really up for the game as well. They're fighting for relegation. So yeah, it's looking good. What's your thoughts on Arteta recently then? So we've been speaking obviously through the season about Arteta and how he's been going. He's had his ups and downs, but he's made a difference. I know we're talking about the whole Saka thing and his management skills, but overall, the way he's changed the team, changed the tactics in the last few games? Are you happy with what he's been doing?
No, I mean, you know, man, from the beginning, I've been an Arteta lover. I've never been against Arteta or Arteta out, because I do see what he's trying to do. I do see where he's trying to take this team, because if you look at Arteta, he's been a player for us. He wasn't a good player, but he was our club captain at one point. He did some good stuff. He was a good leader. As you can see, that's why I went into coaching. And as a coach, for me, I think going to Manchester City, he learned a lot under Pep. He won a lot under Pep. He knows what's needed to get out of players to win. And he made some rookie mistakes that we knew that he learned about. But I think if we were to take a trajectory of Arteta, and you look at his win ratios, you look at his goals conceded against his predecessors. I don't have all that data available, but if I look overall, we've been more solid against the top six. Look at our results ever since Arteta came in against the top six. We're not going there to them anymore, hoping to get battered or hoping to limit the score. We're actually thinking, hey, we can win there. We are in the mindset we can compete against these teams. We won United, we won Chelsea, we could have won Liverpool. There's nothing holding us back, and that is a great mentality that he built within this team. And the type of football we're playing. I think the type of football we're playing with these two pivots, with Xhaka on top form and Partey, with Odegaard, Smith, Rowe, Martinelli, Saka, Pepe, whatever he needs to, the interchanging that he does up front with those boys. I think Ben White, Gabriel, I think Rob Holding also, when he's coming this season, has looked fantastic. He's looking like a player that is fighting for his spot. He's looking like a player that still wants to play for Arsenal. William Saliba is coming back, so then we'll have 4 top young defenders, central defenders. So I think he's building a good squad. What he now needs to do is to complete this puzzle. He needs to go out, and this season, unfortunately, he needs to go and buy an established striker. What do you say about the links about Jesus? Would you take him? Me personally, I would take him. I think he's an upgrade on Lacazette. I think he's more clinical. He's younger than Lacazette. He can do what Lacazette does, but he can still do a lot more. He can run in behind defenses. He's good in the air. He's a potent finisher. His goal ratio against games and minutes is fantastic. I just think he's been treated unfairly by Pep.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a really good player that I'd add to our team. I don't know if I'd have him as our main striker. I think we need 2 strikers in the summer, so I'd have him maybe as the backup option. I don't know if he'll be happy with it. He wants to play for a team that he's going to start week in, week out. And that would be the main reason he's Man City, because they don't do that with him. But I don't know, maybe he could be a really good out-and-out goal scorer. He's the kind of guy that's going to score regularly 20, 25 goals a season. You know, I'm not sure, but
I think the service.
Sorry?
Depending on the service.
Yeah, that plays a big part too. So basically, we're looking to replace Aubameyang, and would he be good enough to do what Aubameyang was able to do, score 20, 25 goals? We don't know for sure because he's not really done it. But as you said, he's not had the chance to do it at Man City because they don't play him regularly. They don't play him always as a centre forward as well. Sometimes he's out on the wings, you know. So it's difficult to judge him. But he's definitely got a lot of talent. And I think, why not? If the price is right and it's not too much, they're saying around 30, 40 million, you know, why not give it a chance? But ideally, I'd like to see someone that's a bit more proven as a goal scorer. But then that's difficult to find as well. We know right now it's really hard to find strikers that are proven goal scorers that score 20, 25 goals a season. The kind of money you have to pay, it's not easy to find them sort of players. They're not all available easily to get. So yeah, maybe give him a chance. Why not at a good price? He's a good player. He plays for a world-class team. Man City, we know, are one of the best teams in Europe, if not the best team. So, yeah, I'll give him a chance. Just to finish with it, so talking about managers and how Arteta's going, I know you manage your football team out there. Haven't spoken to you in a little while. How's things going?
No, we're going well. We're going well. These last 5 games, the score lines has been now decreasing. We're still losing games though, but in the first half of games, we've been looking more solid. The guys are starting to find each other. It's still a young team. We've been playing together for 10 games now, 3 months. So we still need to develop, but there's good signs. The guys are progressing nicely. I have my own little suckers there. I have my own little fighting warriors out there. That and me also. I play sometimes with them. Like this weekend, I played with them because yeah, we need as much bodies and experience in the field as possible because the guys are young. They love to run, but then they leave spaces in behind, and that makes it difficult against potent teams in the league that we are playing. We're still bottom of the log. We still have the most goals conceded. But yeah, we're fighting, man. We're fighting. We're fighting. I think we're just building. This is our first year in the league, in this type of league. So I think we're just learning our environment and learning and seeing where we are at and where we need to improve still, what we need to recruit in the off season and stuff like that. But furthermore, it's awesome, man. It's a nice experience.
Good stuff, man. I wish you the best of luck with that. And now let's hope when I see you next, we're talking about a win against Leeds. We hope Liverpool have done us a favour too, and we're one step closer to the top 4.
Yebo. Ntuli later. Like I say from Africa, man. When we in Africa they say Nanchi Diski Bola, which means when you are called for something, you need to fulfill that prophecy. Nancy Diski Bola. So this is what the Gunners are doing now. You see this shirt. I would like the stars. I would like the Champions League stars on that shirt, man. That would make my year.
Yeah, let's hope so. We're so close now. Let's hope we can get the job done. Thanks, bro, for your time.
Awesome. Amma, thank you very much, man. I hope we can chat again soon.
For sure, bro. Thanks. And thanks everyone for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share.
Bye-bye.